welcome to Hate It or Love It. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. So today I'm going to be reviewing Fast 9. So Fast 9 is a ninth installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise. And let me tell you something, I'm a huge fan of the Fast movies. I like pretty much all of the Fast movies. I never had one that I didn't really like except for this one. This one was a very disappointing. I didn't hate it, but I definitely did not love it. There was a lot of problems with this movie, especially when it came to, you know how you have your Fast movies that have one or two scenes that, you know, you kind of question, can that really happen? Not really, but it's still grounded enough that possibly, it's still bullshit, but it's entertainment, right? They have one or two of those in, each movie. This one, almost every single scene had an impossible, bullshit moment. It was like, I don't get this. Why you keep having to add up? You try to up the ante, and guess what? It did not connect. To me, I was just like, this is fake. This is phony. It's like I'm watching a freaking stunt show. You know what I'm saying? This is not what a Fast and the Furious movie's about. I just did not like how they would just throw these crazy scenes together, and it wasn't not thought up. It was just like, oh, we're just gonna throw this car is gonna flip, this person's gonna jump from this car and all land on here and in a perfect sense. No, that person should be dead right now. I'm sorry, you messing with too much laws of physics right now that it just doesn't work at all. It throws the Fast and the Furious down the drain when it comes to this. Don't get me wrong, I did like the side story of they had a little prequel type of story of Dom and his brother Jacob, how why is he never mentioned his brother Jacob, which to me this doesn't make any sense to me, because in the whole entire Fast series they never ever mentioned that he had a brother, not even once. And then I think it was Fast 5. Yeah, it was Fast 5 when Brian found out that that he was gonna have a kid, and then he talks to Dom how do you remember your father? And he talks about his father. Not even once he said that he had a brother. He didn't I get it that he don't want to talk about his brother because of the situation which you find out in the movie about it, but still not even mentioning once that he had a brother throughout the whole family don't mention that. Come on, I find that that don't make any sense to me. But then there was we finally got Han back, and I was like, yes, we got Han back. Now we're gonna figure out how Han came back and what ties him into this story, and how he faked his death or whatever. And it was just thrown in there. It was the explanation was bullshit. The explanation was straight up bullshit. I was like, that's it? And it made no sense of what Tokyo Drift was. It was well, I guess Tokyo Drift don't exist, because the way the situations with him with Tokyo Drift in this movie made no type of sense. And I was like, no, you gotta be kidding me. And then to me, and I hated the way they treated the Tokyo Drift characters. I like Tokyo Drift, but they made them stupid in this movie, which I was so upset about. It's you just disrespected Han's crew. You just disrespected them. I didn't like the way they did them in this movie either. Like I said, the only thing I liked was the story between Dom and his brother. I mean, some of the movie was funny. It had a lot of funny moments, but then it became too much. It was just to me, it was just a waste of the Fast movies. They should have finished this saga in Fast 7. When Paul Walker dies and they end up separating, that was a perfect ending. But then we got Fast 8, and Fast 8 was I actually liked Fast 8. But at the end of that movie, it was a good ending. It was another good ending of the saga. You didn't need to make any more. And then you got Fast 9. And I think Fast 9 was a waste of time. I don't get me wrong, I didn't hate the movie, but actually I didn't really love the movie either. I think it would have been a lot better. Right now, I feel like they ran out of ideas. Like they ran out of steam. And also I'm hoping they could do better with 10 and 11 because it's supposed to be two more. Because if they can't do any better than what they did with this movie, I am out. I am not gonna watch any more new movies of Fast and the Furious if they're gonna be putting out shit like this. So, and also one other thing I didn't like, also them going to space was the most ridiculous. They could have wrote that better. They could have wrote that whole scene and do that whole thing a whole lot better, and it would have made it more realistic. It just made it more like a cartoon. Like I said, the villains in this felt like cartoons, like cartoon villains. That's the one thing I hated about this movie is that the villains in this felt like cartoons. They didn't feel realistic. Like they felt like one of those stupid James Bond villains or something like that. But like I said, what I rate this is it a love, is it a hate, or is it in between? I'm gonna have to say,
wait for it.
It comes out on Redbox or like Netflix, or if it comes out on HBO Max, watch it then. This is not a movie that you need to rush and see. I feel like it's just a straight up wait for it. All right then, so that's all for today's episode. So, like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about Fast 9. Did you like it? Did you love it? Or you felt the same as blah? Let me know. And I see you when I see you. Peace.